Hey guys, welcome to Operation Crypto. Today we're going to take a look at Cardano. We have been showing some strength over the course of the last 3 to 4 days, and we've had a little bit of a pullback here, but throughout this video we'll take a look at a few key levels. We'll take a look at obviously some levels of resistance above where we can either look to take profit or accumulate. And then we'll also take a look at some levels below where we could invest if the market just continued to tumble. Of course, if you're just looking at Bitcoin, it is pretty much dropped back down to this weekly level support of 42k, and it's a key area. If we just zoom out onto the daily time frame, look, every time we get to 42k, it either bounces or rejects, and we had a rejection here when we were trading below it, rejection here when we were trading below it. We are now trading above that area, so for me, personally, I think that we're just going to use this as support. As you can see here, once we got above it, it was support. Here, support. And I think the same is going to happen again, to be honest. I think we are just malingering around and we're bouncing up and down and not creating much price action, while some alts do kind of okay. So I'm more in favour of push to the upside, but if you want some targets of lower downside targets and some targets to the upside, watch this morning's video. I did a video which was called Bitcoin Bear Market ? I do not think it is, but you'll get to see some analysis and my thoughts on Bitcoin there. So Cardano, this is the USDT pairing, the daily time frame. I'm using the Binance chart. Currently got the moving average 200 on there, which is the daily moving average 200, and I can see that all across multiple time frames. We can see in the past, whenever the RSI has been high, we have rejected. Same here, we got some rejections, and the RSI is starting to push up. We did get down to these lower levels down here, around 30%, and we've got a good reaction so far. And we've actually bounced off that psychological area of support, which everybody talks about, that dollar mark. If you look in the past, here it was a massive area of support. Wicks, a couple of closures there, and another wick. So $1 is the bottom for this. I can't see it going any lower, to be honest. And if you're looking for buys, I know we are pushing up at a minute, but I think $1 could still be that area where you target for some buys. What I'd like to do is have a look at some levels in terms of Fibonacci, and actually I'll go down to hourly so we can look at this latest move. We had a bit of a rise here, and then we got a rejection, and then this is the latest move. So in terms of Fibonacci levels, we'll go from the very bottom there to the top. We're now starting to pull back. As you can see, the RSI, when we was here, we got a rejection, which was a peak of that move. We got a bit of a peak here, which was this move here, and then again here, you can see RSI up at 156 for price, and it was overbought. So we are starting to tumble a little bit. If the market just continued down, I mean, it's indecisive, this market. It's bouncing between, it's been down 39k, it's been up to 43k. 43k have been a decent area, but we've rejected. 42k is that area where we're back down to now. If we do get a bit more of a sell-off, then look at some buys laddered in from 143 all the way down to 122, maybe 3 orders in there, and then just keep a little bit of tether free in case we do get another bounce off that magical dollar mark, where the price has been dropping to a lot, as you can see here. Let's put that marker on there. It's around $1. Lots of wicks, and close again down there. That's pretty much, put it there, yeah. You can see, not precisely, but you know what I mean. All those times we get down towards that dollar mark, we get bought straight up. So buys pretty much on 143, laddered all the way down to $1. Who knows, you might get some decent orders filled down there. So that's the areas to buy. We are still trading under the moving average 200. So personally, it's probably not the best time for longs. But if we look at the 50, I'm at 20. Again, yeah, whenever I'm looking for any type of trading position, really, I never take any longs when we are below the moving average 50, but now we've actually got straight back above it, and potentially, if we do manage to get a few closures around this 150 region over the next day or two, we could have a potential bullish cross on the moving averages, which for me is a good term, a good long-term trend. As you can see, we had a bearish cross here on the 8th of October, and then it's been down ever since. Bullish cross back here, August. So you don't get too many crosses with these moving averages over the daily time frame. So you have to take these opportunities when you can. Do not trade the crosses because they are lagging indicators. Like I say, you had a bullish cross here, but the price action started. You're talking about 2 to 3 weeks before, potentially up to 2 months. So you're talking up to 8 weeks and then we've had a bearish cross here, but the price action has been dropping down. Bullish cross might get in maybe 3-4 days, but the bullish price action probably started when we did hit that dollar mark down at the bottom. So that's your buy zones down there. Sell zones we need to look at next, really, and we'll get rid of that fib now. And the first obvious sell level is where we've pretty much hit a level of resistance here. If we just get the rectangle and you look at all these trading areas around here, we've then got a rejection and a rejection again. So 150, 154 is that region you should be looking to take profit, only in order to accumulate. Then if you're moving up the chart, you can see that I've got these 2 wicks here, which cross off nicely with all this trading area here. So you're talking at 174. And then the big hurdle is getting above that $1.86 region, which is the 200 daily moving average. So 3 levels there for you to potentially accumulate. We've got 155, we've got 174, and then we've got 182. So maybe if you're looking to accumulate, just use potentially 5 or 10% of your bag of ADA just to sell to buy back in. So maybe if you're looking to sell at 182, you could potentially get a good buying back at 156, depending really how the market is swinging. Because unfortunately, Bitcoin is still ruling the roost, and whatever happens to Bitcoin, it's swinging the market in that way. If Bitcoin does break upside soon and we start targeting this 46k region, ultimately it's going to bring everything else up with it, and that's what we need really. We need to get a bit of slipstream behind Bitcoin, because market has not been the best for the last 6 to 8 weeks. So that's really your buy zones, your sell zones. It's looking good. We've had a really nice bounce, and $1 is that magical area, psychological area where you would expect to be a lot of buy orders in. So that's that one covered. Let's just take a quick look at the BTC pairing too, which has had a nice rise today. Bullish cross actually has happened now due to the fact that Bitcoin's been not the best scenario. Altcoins and Satoshi pairs usually tend to do a little bit better if Bitcoin is dropping. We had a bullish cross here now. I mean, you could say the bullish price action started back towards the beginning of December, and we are coming up to retest this moving average 200. If you're looking for sells, place some sell orders around 3,700 Satoshis, and then look to buy back in on this weekly level support down around 3,200. Personally, I think that Bitcoin is going to push to the upside soon. It is low on Bitcoin dominance, so therefore, historically, whenever we've been down towards 40%, Bitcoin has gone on to a rally, so that could happen. RSI is quite high here, so just be wary of that. So yeah, if it does go in a rally, Bitcoin, Satoshis are going to get wrecked, and this red band here at 2,400 sats is personally a good level where I would be potentially placing some orders on Cardano in the BTC pair. So that's going to do it. Just some thoughts on Cardano. Levels to buy, levels to sell. Nothing drastic. Still waiting on the king to decide which way the market goes. Let's have a pray for the market to go up. That's going to do it. If you're new to this channel, please make sure that you are subscribed. Hit that like button, and I'll catch you next time.